Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Strider Games. I thought I would do a video on Doctor Strange with the upcoming release of the new movie starring Benedict Cumberbatch. And I was wondering who Doctor Strange was myself, so with some memories and very little to no research whatsoever, I've put together a kind of storyline of Doctor Strange from the comics, basically what I found out about him. So there won't be any clips or pictures, it's just me talking about Doctor Strange. So feel free to watch something else, but if you want to know about Doctor Strange and what I found out, please listen on. So who is he? Doctor Strange, he's known as Stephen Vincent Strange, and he is a genius doctor, and he uses magic powers. So that's basically who he is. He's the Sorcerer Supreme, and he was first seen in 1963 in Strange Tales comic issue 110, and he is, as I've just said, the Sorcerer Supreme and the Protector of Earth. So in the first story in Strange Tales, Doctor Strange is approached by a bloke who wants help from him. So Strange uses his magic powers to enter the dream realm, where he goes to talk to the Ancient One, who's like his boss. So he floats about, and Strange speaks to the Ancient One, and the Ancient One says, look, you've got to use your amulet, haven't you? You've got to sort it out, use your amulet, that'll help you. So while he's in the dream realm, Strange sees his enemy, Nightmare, who is a demon. He's nasty, and he is associated with the Fear Lords who like to take magical energy and stuff like that. So, whilst he's in the dream world, the guy wakes up, and Strange is trapped there. And the guy that was asleep is now awake, gets a gun, and tries to shoot Doctor Strange. So, Strange, using his amulet of Agamotto, which is his cool magic amulet thing, he calls on his master once again, who puts the guy back to sleep, and then Strange slowly escapes. And that's the first story. I mean, it's not very interesting, but it's also amazing. Or it's not. So after this, people like Doctor Strange, so they wanted an origin story. So he has two parents. He's born, obviously, Eugene and Beverly, and he has a sister. And at around 8 or 9 or 10 or older, he is cursed by Mordo, who is his enemy. And because Mordo knew that he would become Sorcerer Supreme, and Mordo sets some demons on him because he wants him dead, basically. So Strange was saved by the Ancient One. At around 10, Strange has a new baby brother born, but his sister is in a kind of perily accident type thing. So Strange saves her, which clicks in his mind, I want to be a bloody doctor. So off he goes. He goes to medical school and he starts to become a doctor. However, at some point through his training, his sister drowns, and he's unable to save her. So he's all depressed and goes all dark, and sort of just concentrates his mind into finishing medical school, and becomes the fastest ever to complete medical training. He finishes medical school and then becomes a massive dickhead. His skills are so good that he becomes arrogant, and he's just like a right idiot. Just arrogant, stupid man. At this point, his mum gets ill and dies. He's quite sad. Then his dad gets ill, and Strange is so torn up that he can't visit his dad on his deathbed. So, because he didn't go to visit his dad, because of his dead mum thing and his depression, his brother gets really cross at this and comes to see Strange. They have a big fight, and then his brother gets run down by a bus. And Strange has now lost everyone, basically. So, as you would, you take your dead brother's corpse and you freeze it for later on. as Strange is pottering around, he's in a car crash and he damages his magical surgeon hands, and he can't be a doctor anymore. So he spends all of his money and his resources on trying to fix his hands, traveling around using any means he can in order to do this. It costs him a bit and it makes him skin. He spends all his money. He has nothing. But he hears rumours of this Ancient One. So he uses up the last of his cash and he travels off to Tibet, where he sees the Ancient One and asks him for help. But the Ancient One's like, jog on, Strange. I'm not fixing your hands for you. Yeah, that's your problem, not mine. You're arrogant. Go away. During this time, though, Mor'du, the guy that did him demony earlier on, he pops up and attacks the Ancient One. And seeing this happen, Doctor Strange helps out the Ancient One, and he decides, this Mor'du guy's bad news. I've really got to sort him out. So what he does is he learns magic. He studies magic and mystical powers and all the other realmly stuff that Doctor Strange eventually learns. And at some point he wins ageless life, so he's basically immortal, I guess. He has lots of friends who are sorcerers, and he helps them out, mystics and other worldly beings, and he learns many, many things from them. He returns to America a powerful magician, and everyone, the government and people like that, are asking him for help. So he goes around helping out on various adventures, all these people that want him to help them. He meets a guy named Wong, who I think is immortal or really old. He is a descendant of the people that hung around with the Ancient One, and they become best buddies. So over his course of his life, Doctor Strange fights lots of demons and mystical people, including, now these are going to be really badly pronounced, I apologise, Agamon, which is like a green alien creature thing. There are these people called the Possessors, who, if I remember rightly, like to control your mind, have mind powers. Nightmare shows up, the guy from the original story. He will become a big foe for Doctor Strange. You know who Loki is, Thor's brother? He decides to have a go. He makes Thor attack Doctor Strange, but this fails and Loki gets a kick in. Strange goes to a mystical dimension. He's with his new best friend Spider-Man. They have to save people from this dimension for whatever reason, who are trapped there. They get them out, but all these people's minds are really messed up by this, so Strange wipes their memories. He erases their memories so they don't remember anything. However, him and Spider-Man become good friends and they go off on other adventures together. Isn't that nice? There are some goings on in the Dark Dimension, and Strange must fight the evil being of Dormammu. I think that's right. If it's not, it doesn't matter. He is the Ancient One's oldest foe, and he wants the Earth and the Earth realm for his own. But Strange is like, no way, man, you're not having it, it's mine. Let's do some magic dueling stuff. So they have a fight, but the odds are not in Strange's favour. This other guy's really powerful. Loads of stuff happens, and Dormammu decides to leave it even and not take over the Earth realm, and Strange escapes, and I think he gets a girlfriend out of it. So Strange continues his career as helper of Earth, and people like the X-Men come to him for aid, and so do the Avengers. So he gets sent to another dimension by another enemy as Mosdis, and he has to come back and fight him, but he's got to wear a mask because as Mosdis takes his form, and because of magic rules, he can't fight him as himself. Beats him, and he's himself again. All is good. Then the Nameless One comes for a fight, and Strange gets help from the Hulk and the Submariner. Silver Surfer joins in, and they become the Defenders. Later joined by Nighthawk, people like that, Hellcat. They're like the Avengers, but a bit cheaper. I think Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. They're the Defenders. Somewhere along the line, the frozen body of his brother gets turned into a vampire, and the Dark Dimension stuff keeps happening. Now, we all know who Thanos is. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Thanos, he shows up with the Infinity Gauntlet, and this kicks off the Infinity Wars. Thanos wants to wipe out half of the universe of life, which he does, using his Infinity Stones. And Strange and the Avengers have a serious time trying to stop him. In the end, Thanos, he turns good and becomes part of the Infinity Watch. Bit weird. So all of this is happening and more in Doctor Strange's life, probably in a lot more detail and probably better told than I've been telling it. But we're going to have a little look at his powers. He has magical powers. He uses the power of mystic entities, which lend him other powers, so he can cast spells and stuff. He has a cloak of levitation, meaning he can fly. The Eye of Agamotto, which is his magic necklace, which is positive light and it will destroy evil. He has an Orb of Agamotto as well, which is like his little crystal bally thing. He has a book of magical white magic spells, and he knows martial arts and junk. So, Doctor Strange, very good character. I like him. The new movie is out soon. That's it, everybody. That's Doctor Strange. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on unknown Marvel characters. Enjoy.